Antique mirror. I want to tell you an unusual story from my distant childhood. Once, when I was very young, my beloved grandmother found a very small raven in the yard and brought it home. He was so tiny and scared that I immediately fell in love with him. What a great joy it was for me. After all, I have never had any pets. No cats, no dogs, let alone birds. We decided that the baby crow should first be raised, fed, and allowed to fly, and then released into the wild. It was with great pleasure that I started taking care of my new pet. And the raven, like crazy, ran and jumped all over the house. He especially loved our kitchen. It was bright, huge, combined with the hallway. In the hallway, on the floor, there was a large antique 2-meter mirror, in some places beaten with black dots from antiquity. Voronenko liked the mirror. He could admire his reflection for days on end, nodding his head in different directions and walking in front of him many times a day. Later, over time, when the baby crow grew up, I noticed that he began to avoid the mirror, as if he was afraid, and if he stayed with him, he almost immediately began to caw loudly, scream and scurry away from him, scratching his claws on the wooden parquet. I was interested in this, and I looked in the mirror several times, but I didn't find anything suspicious except my reflection. And suddenly, one night, everyone was woken up by a loud noise. It was our little crow. He wasn't cawing, he was just yelling furiously. Grandma and I flew into the kitchen and saw a raven sitting in the corner, eyes bulging with fear and hissing loudly. Yes, hissing at something. A lot of his little feathers were flying in the air, and near the mirror lay on the floor large feathers from the plucked tail of our raven. The raven was picked up, although he pecked hard and wouldn't give in, and carried into the room. Grandma walked around thinking, then went to the mirror, got scared, and quickly kicked me out of the kitchen. After that, she brought an old blanket from the bedroom and threw it over the mirror, and locked the door separating the kitchen from the other living rooms of the house. When I was sleeping, I heard various male voices, and when I woke up, the mirror was no longer in our apartment. To my constant inquiries, I was told that my uncle had come and taken the mirror to another house, but no more specifics, despite all my meticulous inquiries. About 15 years later, I remembered this story and asked my grandmother again, but more insistently. My grandmother reluctantly replied that when she went to the antique mirror that night, she did not see her reflection in it. The mirror was completely opaque, faded, and there was some kind of white mist or smoke in it, through which a huge black silhouette was clearly visible. Then Grandma quickly ran to get a blanket into the next room and came back, tried to cover the mirror, but she couldn't do anything. The blanket kept hitting something and falling down. She realized with horror that whoever was on the other side was trying to grab the blanket and throw it off the mirror. She still managed to secure the blanket somehow, although in the morning it was found on the floor, at the foot of the mirror. My uncle arrived in the morning and took the mirror to the landfill, and we have not been able to release my beloved little crow. He died soon after.